So I'm asked to create an area model, and you can see that Alice has a 6-sided die and a coin. Alice is going to flip the coin with her left hand and roll the die with her right hand. So I want to create an area model representing the probabilities of these outcomes. So 6-sided die means I've got 6 outcomes, so I need to separate all 6 of those. And then the coin means I've got 2 outcomes, head and tail. So I've got kind of 1 out of 6 chances of getting 1 roll on the die and 1 out of 2 chances to get overall a flip on the coin. So I'm just going to put some notes here. Coin flip is 1 out of 2, and then the roll of the die is 1 out of 6. So now what I'm going to do is I need to make a model that will represent that. So I could, if I wanted to, create a model of just 6 by 6. Now there's nothing wrong with that. I would be able to do the model that way, but that's kind of small. So instead I'm going to use a scale factor. I'm going to make this a little bit larger, and instead of 6 over 6, I'm going to say 12 and 12. Because 1/6 is equivalent to 2 over 12, and 1/2 is equal to 6 over 12. So I can still do that with 12ths instead of 2s and 6s. So let's go ahead and try that. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's my area model outline. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the borders and click the outline border, and that's what I've got. I want to make that a little bit thicker, so I'm going to click the full selection again, go back to borders, and I'm going to choose this guy here and choose to select the thicker border. So that's going to be in my entire model. Now one side of my model is going to be about the die, so I'm going to go ahead and make one side of the model about the die. I'm going to use the button here that says merge cells. When I merge cells, then I can add a title here, rolling the die. And then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. I'm going to make this title over here. This side is going to be the horizontal side is rolling die, vertical side will be flipping the coin. Now that text doesn't look really nice, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click this cell, and I'm going to click the text direction, text rotation icon, and I'm going to make the text go up and down. There we go, I like that. Now to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to go ahead and select both of these cells by holding down the control button. You can do it one at a time if you'd like. And I'm going to go ahead and center the text and then vertically align it in the center as well. That looks a little bit better. And then I'm going to customize it with a little bit of a font here and make it a little bit prettier for me. Okay, so there are my 2 categories. Now I need to split it up into the outcomes. So the rolling of the die, I've got 6 outcomes. I can either have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or 6. But remember, I'm not doing it with a 6 by 6 grid, I'm doing it 12 by 12. So instead of 1/6, oops, there's a typo here, it should be 2/12. So I need to go ahead and make up my categories for 2/12. So what I'm going to do is my first outcome of rolling a 1 is going to be 2 of those cells. So I'm going to go ahead and merge those, and that's rolling a 1. So I'm going to put roll 1. And I'm going to go ahead and continue that. That's going to be roll 2, roll 3, roll 4, roll 5. There, I've typed all those in. Again, I'm going to highlight those cells. I'm going to go ahead and center that text, vertically align the text, and I'm going to make it a little prettier. There we go. So now my rolls are out, my outcomes there. Flipping the coin. I don't like the way this is looking, so I'm going to actually rotate it around the other way. I want to look like the text going up. There we go. I like that a little bit more. Now I've got 2 outcomes for flipping the coin. I've got a coin flip of heads and a coin flip of tails. So I could either do 1/2, but remember, I'm not dealing with just 2 cells. I'm dealing with this entire box here of 12. So I'm going to pick 6 of those, or half of those, and that's going to be my 1 outcome of flipping a heads. And then my other outcome of flipping tails. Again, I'm going to merge the cells and then type it in. Again, highlighting the cells, I'm going to go ahead and change the font up, make it look pretty, and then change the text direction, making it look like that. Need to change it to the center and vertically align. All these buttons up here are going to become your best friends. So I'm going to select the cells that are going to be flipping tails and rolling 1, and I'm just going to merge those. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to just select the boxes for each outcome, and I'm just going to use that little merge cells button. So what I'm doing is I'm coming up with all the different outcomes. And now I've got my 12 outcomes. I'm going to go ahead and identify which outcome is each box. So this is going to be a 1 and a tails. This is a 2 and tails. Now I've identified all my outcomes. I'm going to go ahead and select all the cells, and again, center and vertically align. And then I'm going to do another trick here because some of these are a little crowded. I'm going to click this option here, and I'm going to wrap the text so it kind of circles back around. Just makes things a little bit more organized, and I like that. I'll add this little, there we go. Now I'm just making it a little bit fancier. Again, make it a little prettier with my font, and now I've got that nice organized. Last thing I'm going to do before I'm done, I'm going to add some colors. So I'm going to go ahead and add colors for each outcome. So I made my rolls all those lighter colors. I'm going to make my flips a little bit darker. And once I've done that, it looks like my text doesn't show up anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and make that text white. There we go. Now I like that a little bit more. And now I'm going to think about, okay, if I combine red and light red, I'm going to have a brighter red. All right, so if I have red and kind of a light orange, I'll have a lighter orange. You're not going to be able to get this perfect, but I think it's a fun way to kind of think about the color schemes and combining. So I'm going to go ahead and play with that. Some of these fonts are a little bit hard to read, so I'm going to go ahead and change some of those to white. And now I've got all my outcomes as well. You want to make this easy for your other students to read and be good for that. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and insert one more cell above this so I can see the entire area model at once. I just right-clicked on the right-hand side and then insert one right above or one below. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a final outline box to the entire thing. So now I've got my final box for the entire area model. Makes things a little bit nicer. I'm going to go ahead and combine these cells all into one little box too. Or now I've got my picture, my area model ready to go.